the Black Hawk SERPA CQC holster system. So I ended up getting a Black Hawk Glock 17 holster system. Actually ended up talking to a buddy and found out that he gives he's actually a tactical carbine instructor, and he told me to go ahead and come out to one of his classes and to pick up a holster. And he ended up highly recommending this and the 511 thumb drive holster to take his class. So I ended up going with this one because it was about $20 cheaper than the thumb drive system. Both are great systems. This one seems to be a little infamous right now because of the Texas Grubner video where he shoots himself. Maybe I'll put a link on the bottom, maybe not. You'll probably find it around. But the said problem with this this holster system is that there's a flaw in design to where you want to put your finger on the trigger and fire when pulling this out of your waistline. So pretty much what people are saying is that you want to press down and your finger wants to come in and press the trigger. Already unloaded, checked it earlier, so don't freak out. I check all my guns before all my videos. The only reason why I show you guys is just so you guys don't freak out, but I know they're unloaded. But with this system, a lot of people that spread the word about it being a flawed system are usually the people who don't even have the system, and they just hear other people talk about it, so they spread the word along, and that's pretty much how the internet works, and that's how all these rumors and trends get started of hating a certain product when people don't even know. But the way the system is designed is when you pull the tab, when you properly have a good firm grip, you pull the tab down. You're supposed to have it with your finger straight, not bent, but when your finger's straight, it goes right out and you're right along the top of the frame. You're not inside the trigger. It's a long way away. But even if you decide to go down with it, you're still going to be hitting the trigger frame. So there's no flaw in this system. Even if you want to curl your finger to push it down, you end up coming right inside the grooves for the takedown lever. You don't want to come down here at all. If you wanted to be down there, that would be pushing down on this, which isn't going to do anything. As you can tell, it goes to the top of the frame every single time. Solid system, it holds it in. The way this system works is this piece right here has a little hook. It ends up grabbing your trigger guard, so when it's in there, it's solid. It's not going anywhere. The only way it's going to come out is if you push down and slide it out. I've done thousands and thousands of dry fire practice in my house with this system. I've done a few range days with it, not too much, probably a couple hundred rounds, and I have not had my finger want to go in the trigger once. A lot of people say, well, if you're under stress, your finger wants to go into the trigger. Well, if under stress you're going to go towards the trigger with any firearm, you shouldn't have a firearm in that situation anyways, because you obviously can't handle it. But either way, I think the only way to pull it out is to properly go right there to the top of the trigger frame. Fits it solid. We'll talk about the holster a little bit more. I've been told it's actually a carbon fiber with a outside plastic to protect it. I'm not sure. I don't feel like cutting it open to find out, but it's really light, so I wouldn't doubt it. Really strong. Has a little bit of flex, but not much. It's pretty sturdy right here. This is actually the hip holster. It comes with a belt holster, but I took that off. It comes with this hip holster and the belt holster in the package. You don't have to buy them separately. The hip holster is actually a lot more sturdy than the belt holster. The belt has give, the belt itself, and it has give, so it wants to go up. This actually has a little tab right here that holds on to the inside of your pants, and right here is tabs to hold on to your belt. So it's pretty much a belt holster with a pant grabber, and right here goes along your hip, so it's also more comfortable. And it's actually a lot more sturdy than the belt holster, in my opinion. But some people like the belt holster, and if it works for you, go ahead. It's good for you. Another thing, it has a retention system. I've tried using that. I don't feel a difference. I don't know what it does, to be honest. But people say it's when you release the trigger, that when you pull it out, that it's supposed to have more tension on the gun. I've had all the way down and all the way out, and I don't feel a difference. There's a little mechanism in there that has something. Like I said, I just don't feel it, so I just don't mess with it. This does another good thing about this holster that I do like is that it is adjustable. As you can see, you can unscrew it, and everything you see here, I have not bought anything extra for this holster. This is how it comes. You have the 3 set screws. You unscrew them, and then you can actually tilt it. So when it's on your hip, you can actually tilt the holster either back, forward, or like I have it, straight up and down. I personally recommend straight up and down because when you pull it out, you can pull it and then show your weapon. If you have it this way, then you actually have more travel to bring it around because you're actually facing the muzzle backwards. And then this way, you actually it may bring your muzzle quicker, but actually when it's on your hip, you end up reaching farther back, which puts like pressure on your wrist, which is not comfortable and makes it a little hard to push the button. I've had it in all 3 settings, and I personally recommend to have it straight up and down how it comes. Like on all high quality holsters, it has a cutout for the muzzle to come out even quicker for a faster draw. So when it's down, it will come up, and as soon as you clear it, it can rotate out instead of having to come all the way out and then up. So it has like a little shortcut right there, and just makes it that much faster. It's a really great quality holster. I'd recommend it to just about anybody. I think all those rumors about it being a shoot yourself holster is all just people just spreading rumors around the internet. And if you're gonna shoot yourself with your holster, then you probably shouldn't be doing draws anyway. If you think you can't handle it, go with the 511 thumb drive holster. I haven't used it yet, but I've heard great things about it. But I will highly recommend the Black Hawk holster. There's no problem with it. Like I said, there's no design flaw. You push down and it goes right along the top of the slide, or the bottom of the slide and the top of the frame. It's a great solid holster. If you're rolling around, it's not going anywhere. It's not going to fall out on you. You don't have to worry about that. It's going to be in there. The only downside I did see to this this holster is when doing my my practice drills, I notice when I get a little hasty and I get a little excited that if I pull and put tension on the system and try and pull the gun before I hit the lever actually locks up, and as you can see, I'm pushing down and the lever's not coming up. See, the lever is coming up and down, but if I pull and put tension, I'm pushing down and it gets stuck. I don't think that was part of the design because people say that right there is because they designed it so if somebody tries to grab your gun that they can't pull it out, only you can pull it out. I think it was just kind of like a oops, like that's what it does. I don't think they tried to do that. Maybe they did. I'm not sure. I'm not behind the design team, but I think that was just like oh well, it works that way. So, but I think that can cause, like, if you're looking to get into like shooting matches and stuff, that could affect your time. But there is a trick that I've been told for shooting matches if they allow it. It's called the paper trick. You either push the button down, and you either put a piece of paper underneath so it doesn't grab onto the gun, or a toothpick or something underneath to keep this from locking onto your gun, and then it's just a simple holster that comes up and lets it go freely without locking in. For concealment, I wouldn't really recommend it, but for matches, like I said, if they allow it, seems like a lot of people do it. Another thing too about this, I see a lot of people talk about how the Glock 17 with this system and a lot of other systems you can actually conceal and carry. I find that to be untrue, at least on my body frame. I'm a pretty slim guy. Might be different for heavier folk, but not me. I've put this on with a pretty large t-shirt, and you can easily see the gun. And I'm just trying this out. I'm not walking around the city doing this. I just tried it out in my house, and I even put on a double XL Chargers jersey, and you can even see it through the Chargers jersey, which is a pretty big jersey. It hangs pretty loose on me, and even then you can see it on my frame. You can easily tell there's something in my waistband. So if you're looking to carry a Glock 17 in this system, I would not recommend it because it's really noticeable. I'm not sure if it's like that with all other systems. I know there's some systems where you put it inside your waistband, where it goes, the gun and the system go inside your waistband. I think that would be a better choice. Like I said, I haven't used it yet, so I don't really know. But I'd really recommend maybe with another Black Hawk holster, if you're really set on Black Hawk, to maybe go with like a Glock 19 or a smaller Glock, not the full size, because it does have a huge profile on itself. What else I want to talk about, I also picked up a Fobus system. It's the magazine holding holster system. Nothing special, just a tension system for the GSS, the shooting matches that I'm planning on doing pretty soon. Holds onto the holster. It is ambidextrous. It can go for a left or right-handed shooter, unlike the Black Hawk holster, which you either have to get lefty or righty. The Fobus system, I wasn't really sure about it, never heard of them. I googled it. I pulled up a Hitchcock video, and he uses Fobus, and he's a pretty trusted guy. I've talked to him a few times, pretty cool guy, and he had a lot of good things to say about it. So I ended up trying it out, and it's a pretty good system. Doesn't really take much. I almost got the Black Hawk system because it had the carbon fiber I wanted to match, but that wasn't in stock. And then the only Black Hawk system they had was like another $10 more expensive than that one, and I was not really ready to pay that much. I don't have the paperwork on me, but I believe I bought the Fobus system for like $14 on Optics Planet, and then, or actually no, Optics Planet didn't have the Black Hawk system in stock. I forgot where I went, and I ended up getting them on the same site so I can save on shipping. And the Black Hawk holster was about, I believe, like $30, and the Fobus system was about $14 or $15. But yeah, I got it for a pretty decent price. On the Black Hawk website, they list them for about, I think they list them for about $45. That's a little pricey for me. But they also have another Black Hawk system that's the downgrade. It's a harder plastic, cheaper. But I've heard some reviews on it, and I heard it doesn't last very long, and it's a little bit harder to get out. But yeah, pretty much all I got to say about this, the SERPA system, is it's a good system. You might be hearing some things around the internet about it being unsafe and everything. I think that's just unsafe gun handling to begin with, so you can't really blame that on the holster. And but like I said, if you feel like you're gonna shoot yourself with it, go try out the 511 thumb drive holster. I've heard great things about it. But yeah, that's the Black Hawk CQC SERPA system, and I give it, I don't know, maybe 8 out of 10. I think it's a great system. If you're looking for one, go ahead and pick it up. I recommend it. Don't look back. Same with the Fobus system. Like I said, it doesn't take much to hold magazines, but it holds it in there pretty well. The only way it's going to fall out is like if you're falling off a cliff, but if you're falling off a cliff, I don't think you really have to worry about your magazines falling out. I think you have bigger problems there. Yeah, like I said, I highly recommend it. It's a great system. Hopefully I covered everything, but it's a great system. I say go pick one up if you're looking for one.